What kind of person dares to stand against a dragon? For thousands of years, legends told of warriors who faced the impossible, men and women who challenged fire, shadow, and wings of death. These are the dragon slayers, and their stories became immortal. So in honor of those who dared to defy the odds, here are 5 terrifying dragon slayers who did the impossible. 5. Beowulf and the Fire Dragon. The hero Beowulf is a legendary warrior whose name echoes through the sagas of Northern Europe. His deeds, tales of strength and valor that have captivated hearts for centuries. But perhaps his most renowned feat was the slaying of the Fire Dragon, a beast whose fiery breath scorched the countryside and whose mere presence struck terror into the hearts of men. The dragon's reign of terror shook the kingdom of the Geats. Its hot breath melted towers, and its claws tore through shields and armor like they were made of paper. It breathed out fire and consumed whole villages in its insatiable hunger. It was an unstoppable force of destruction until Beowulf decided enough was enough. Heeding the call for help from the terrified townspeople, Beowulf assembled a small band of loyal warriors. Together, they ventured forth, determined to confront the menace head-on. As they approached the dragon's lair, the air grew thick with anticipation. The dragon, sensing their arrival, emerged from its cave, its eyes blazing with primal fury, and so the battle began. Beowulf, armed with a sword, danced around the dragon's fiery blasts, each movement a testament to his courage and skill. The dragon, enraged by this audacious challenge, lashed out with its powerful tail, sending Beowulf crashing to the ground. But the warrior, bruised but unbroken, rose again, his determination fueled by the hope of ending the dragon's reign of terror. In a final, desperate lunge, Beowulf plunged his sword deep into the beast's chest. The dragon, mortally wounded, let out a deafening roar that echoed through the valleys before collapsing to the ground. With the dragon slain, the people erupted in cheers. Their champion had triumphed over impossible odds. And so the tale of Beowulf and the dragon became a saga, passed down through generations, a reminder that even the mightiest of foes can be vanquished with courage and determination. Number 4. Sigurd, the Dragon Slayer. Sigurd, the legendary dragon slayer, hailed from a lineage of valiant warriors. From a young age, he displayed remarkable skill with a sword, his heart burning with an unquenchable thirst for adventure and glory. One day, news reached his kingdom of a terrible dragon that terrorized the land, its scales impervious to steel, its breath scorching the fields, and its mere presence casting a pall of fear over the populace. Despite the danger, Sigurd felt compelled to answer the call for help. He knew in his heart that he was the only one who could end the dragon's reign of terror. So with a heavy heart and a determined spirit, Sigurd set out on his quest. His journey led him to a desolate wasteland where the dragon made its lair. The beast was a formidable sight to behold, its colossal form coiled amidst smoldering ruins, its eyes gleaming with malevolent fire. Fear threatened to consume Sigurd, but he banished it, drawing his sword and charging forward. The battle that ensued was one for the ages. The dragon's fire roared, searing the air, while Sigurd, nimble and swift, dodged its fiery wrath. As the fight raged, Sigurd realized that his ordinary sword couldn't penetrate the dragon's thick hide. Undeterred, he dismounted his horse, leaving it to flee for safety, and engaged the dragon on foot. In a moment of inspiration, or perhaps desperation, he flung his sword aloft, letting it fall upon the dragon's back in a mighty arc. The blade sank into the dragon's flesh, eliciting a roar of pain and fury. But it was a mortal wound. The dragon, mortally wounded, collapsed to the ground, its reign of terror finally brought to an end. Sigurd, battered but triumphant, stood over the slain beast, his name echoing through the wasteland as the slayer of dragons. Number 3, St. George and the Dragon. Saint George, a legendary warrior saint, was celebrated for his acts of bravery and his unwavering commitment to justice and righteousness. One tale that has captured the imagination of many is his courageous battle against a fearsome dragon. This mythical beast, with its menacing presence and ferocious demeanor, had become a symbol of tyranny and oppression in a kingdom far away. Legend has it that the dragon's destructive rampage left the townsfolk cowering in fear, their lives overshadowed by the constant threat of its fiery wrath. It was a terrifying presence that seemed unstoppable, leaving the people desperate for a savior. And then George came upon the scene. A young prince, compelled by tales of the dragon's atrocities, set out to slay the beast and free the people from its clutches. Upon arriving at the beleaguered town, he learned of the dragon's most recent victim, a beautiful princess who was to be sacrificed to appease the creature's insatiable hunger. Moved by pity and determination to right the wrongs, George prepared himself for the ultimate test of courage. When the fateful day of the sacrifice arrived, George, clad in shining armor, rode into the town square. His mere presence radiated strength and resolve, offering a glimmer of hope to the fearful townsfolk. Then came the dragon, its scales shimmering, its eyes blazing with primal power. The ensuing battle was epic. The dragon, with its powerful claws and fiery breath, attacked relentlessly, shaking the very foundations of the town. Yet George, agile and resolute, parried its attacks, his faith in God guiding his every move. In a final dramatic clash, George managed to slay the dragon, ending its reign of terror once and for all. With the dragon vanquished, George was hailed as a hero, his name echoing through the ages as the slayer of the fearsome beast. The people rejoiced, celebrating their newfound freedom and the return of hope to their lives. Number 2. Yamato Takeru and the Japanese Serpent. In the annals of Japanese folklore, there existed a valiant hero named Yamato Takeru. Renowned for his bravery and prowess, he embarked on a perilous quest to slay an enormous serpent that had been terrorizing the land. This mythical beast, known as the Yamata no Orochi, was a symbol of chaos and destruction, its mere presence striking terror into the hearts of men. The serpent's destructive rampage had become a plague upon the region, leaving the people demoralized and desperate for a savior. It was then that Yamato Takeru stepped forward, answering the desperate call for help. He set out on a journey to confront the beast, his resolve strengthened by his unwavering sense of duty and compassion for his people. As he ventured deeper into the serpent's territory, the air grew heavy with anticipation. The Yamata no Orochi was a creature of immense power and ferocity, and the impending battle was one that many believed would end in tragedy. When the two finally came face to face, the clash between them was nothing short of epic. The serpent, coiling and uncoiling, unleashed its fury, its massive form shaking the very ground beneath their feet. Yet Takeru, agile and resolute, fought with the tenacity of a seasoned warrior. The battle raged on, each strike from Takeru's blade chipping away at the serpent's colossal form. Finally, with a well-aimed strike, Takeru managed to slay the beast, bringing an end to its reign of terror. In the aftermath of the battle, the people erupted in celebration. The name of Yamato Takeru echoed through the land, forever immortalized as the slayer of the Japanese serpent. 1. Krakus and the Dragon of Poland. Legend has it that in the heart of Poland, nestled amidst rolling hills and whispering trees, there lived a hero named Krakus. Renowned for his strength, courage, and unwavering determination, Krakus became a beacon of hope for a nation terrorized by a vicious dragon. This fearsome beast, with its sharp claws and merciless disposition, had made the countryside its hunting ground, leaving the people living in constant fear. Its menacing presence cast a dark shadow over the land, extinguishing joy and replacing it with despair. The townsfolk, worn down by the dragon's relentless attacks, turned to Krakus for salvation. and heeding their desperate pleas, Cracus set out on a mission to slay the beast. Armed with a sword that gleamed like a shard of sunlight and a shield emblazoned with the crest of his house, Cracus ventured into the dragon's domain. The air grew heavy with tension as he approached the dragon's lair, hidden deep within a dark and foreboding cave. The dragon, sensing danger, emerged from its lair, its eyes blazing with primal rage. And so the battle commenced. The dragon, with its powerful wings spread wide, unleashed torrents of fire, each gust threatening to engulf Krakow in its fiery embrace. Yet he stood firm, his resolve unshaken, his shield deflecting the dragon's fiery attacks. As the battle raged, Krakow's determination only grew stronger. He danced around the dragon's snapping jaws, his sword flashing like lightning, seeking an opening in the beast's formidable armor. And finally, with a surge of adrenaline and a well-timed thrust, he plunged his sword deep into the dragon's chest. The dragon, mortally wounded, let out a deafening roar that echoed through the valleys before collapsing to the ground, its reign of terror brought to an end. With the dragon slain, the people erupted in cheers, hailing Cracus as their savior. His name became a legend, passed down through generations, a symbol of courage and resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. And there you have it, 5 terrifying dragon slayers who defied the impossible. From Beowulf to Cracus, these legendary heroes have captured our imaginations with their tales of bravery and valor. History isn't just in the past. It's alive in the stories we choose to remember. If you enjoyed this journey, hit the like button, leave a comment with the legend you'd want to see next, and subscribe so you never miss the next chapter of the past. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the annals of history.